All right, thank you for coming. Have a nice evening. I'm not allowed, I can't move this one now. Welcome to our middle school jazz night. I don't know if you guys attended this in the past, but we kind of had like a jazz-a-thon, before, where we would have 3 middle school jazz bands, 3 or 4 high school jazz bands play, and like we were here at midnight, and Jazz One's still on the stage. There's no one out there but 5 parents. So we decided this year to divide it up, because the whole point is for these kids to be able to perform up here at Nash on the big stage, and also to stay and listen to our top band. So tonight you're going to hear the Ingomar Middle School Jazz Ensemble, the Marshall Middle School Jazz Ensemble, the Carson Middle School Jazz Ensemble, and then we're going to do, Jazz One's just going to do a very brief set, actually, of what we played in Atlantic City a couple weeks ago when we played for the All-Eastern Division Conference. So we're only going to do 4 tunes for you. So keep it nice and short for the middle school kids and for you guys. So I'm really looking forward to see how this works out. I think it'll be a nice night. I think all 3 middle school directors were in agreement that this is much better of a format than how we did before. Now, if you're interested, on Friday, we will be having our traditional jazz night. It'll be jazz ensembles 1, 2, and 3 here. So if you like what you hear this evening from Jazz One, we'll be doing those 4 tunes plus a few more on Friday evening here at 7 o'clock. So, all right, without further ado, it gives me great pleasure to once again welcome Mr. Pisani to Nash with his wonderful jazz ensemble. Mr. Pisani and I have been friends for a long time, right? Yeah, we're fellow Penguins, YSU, right? Okay. All right, so I know that you'll really enjoy the sounds of the Ingomar Middle School Jazz Ensemble under the direction of Lou Pisani.
Thank you, Mr. Steffen. We're very pleased to be here, and we're excited about this new format and these young people getting the chance to hear the other middle school bands, plus hear Jazz Ensemble One. Our opening number is a melody that I just happen to love and found an arrangement of it called Show Me the Way to Go Home, written in the Count Basie style. This is going to feature written solos by Nathan Bjorklund on tenor saxophone and Theo DiBiase on the trumpet. Show Me the Way to Go Home. Thank you. I'm really proud of this group this year. It wasn't but about 6 weeks ago that we hosted Allegheny Valley Middle School Jazz Festival, and I put a challenge out to them to be able to do 3 songs for that and 3 different songs for this evening. And they've met that challenge, and they've met it with really high success. If you listen to them, they're playing very clean. It's a very clean sound. Their articulation is lining up exactly the way it's written on the chart. And I'm really proud of them and how much they're striving for that authenticness of playing like a professional. Speaking of professionals, the next one is an arrangement composed and arranged by Sammy Nestico, a graduate of Duquesne University, a staff writer for the Basie Band at one time, and also did a lot of work with the service bands. This is a chart that I found titled Free Spirit. It's kind of a different type of rock song. It's not one of these in-your-face kind of rock songs, but you're going to tell that it's been written from a different time period because it does have a different sound than what we hear. Nonetheless, it is vintage Sammy Nestico. This is called Free Spirit. Thank you all for being here this evening and taking part in this jazz festival for the middle school students. Let me point out a few things about the students on stage here. First of all, I wanted to make mention of Nate Bjorklund on piano on that last number. We have a number of multi-talented people on stage that play more than one instrument. You're also going to hear one on the next song, and that's Coleman Walsh behind me, who's playing piano and also plays French horn in a concert band. You'll notice our bass players. Both of them play upright. Both of them play electric bass, and I'm really happy to have both of them here this evening and this year. Our two percussionists, very accomplished concert band percussionists, both very good, excellent mallet players. And the list can go on. And I want to make mention of one young man here. You wonder how important things are to some students. And some students, it's athletics. Hopefully for all of them, it's academics. But there are some that music means a little bit more to. But we have a young man on stage here this evening I want to recognize because as of yesterday, he got braces. And he's sitting on the end of the saxophone section playing Barry sax. And I didn't see him today, and I was wondering if he was going to be here. And when I saw him, it was evident by the expression on his face and the way he responded that he wasn't going to miss this. And I've never had braces. But I understand that they're not real pleasant at first, and I'm sure that tonight's probably not the most comfortable for him, but he's here nonetheless because it means a lot to him. Hunter Badamo on the end. We have a busy schedule in May. A week from Thursday, we are going to be playing for a senior citizens group. Then we are also going to be doing our concert for the school, concert for the parents, and then we do an elementary tour for 3 elementaries on, I believe, the Tuesday we come back Memorial Day weekend. So it's a lot of playing, and I know that they're ready to go with everything that they have prepared. It's just a matter of fine-tuning everything. Our last number is called Blue Essence, and it's going to feature some improvised solos. You're going to hear again from Nathan Bjorklund on tenor saxophone and Alex Horry on the vibes. He's going to wheel the vibes up here for a vibe solo, and Theo DiBiase on the trumpet. Once again, thank you for being here. We look forward to hearing all the other bands and what they have to offer tonight, and good luck to all of them. Thank you. Give us a few minutes, and I believe Marshall's coming out next.
Okay, we have our second ensemble here this evening from my favorite middle school because it's where my son goes, right? He's not up here though. Yeah, I know. He plays hockey. I'm so embarrassed. He does play trumpet, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Okay, but anyway, it gives me, again, great pleasure to introduce Mr. Wes Taylor and the Marshall Middle School Jazz Ensemble.
How many of you know what a mashup is? My own kids at home were alerting me to these things, and I heard this on their selection when we were doing dishes one day, and I thought it was just hilarious. So this will be Final Countdown and Smells Like Teen Spirit at the same time. Thank you so much. Could we have some red lights on for the next one? And there's some red, and maybe in the far back, some really deep saturated red. And then maybe, I don't know, what other color. Great to see everybody here. This will be Carson Middle School up next after a little transition. Thank you.
Okay, now for our final middle school jazz ensemble of the evening. Um, Under the direction of a wonderful teacher, has done great things at Carson Middle School, continues to do great things at Carson Middle School. Um, Under the direction of Miss Courtney Geary, the Carson Middle School Jazz Ensemble.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome again to the Jazz Night modified version as compared to years past. I want to thank specifically the parents. Our ensemble rehearses at 7 a.m., and thank you so much for bringing in the kids at the crack of dawn. They're blurry-eyed, but then after a few notes, they get bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready to go, ready to swing. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing that. That first song was entitled Work Song, and you heard solos from Andrew Dubonnet on trumpet, Eric Bloomquist on alto saxophone, and Michael Barnett on trumpet as well. Please give them a round of applause. In addition, you'll hear 3 drum set players kind of rotating through on our different parts, and on that particular piece, we were featuring Nolan Collery on the drum set, so please give him a round of applause. That first song was entitled Work Song, and it was composed by Nat Adderley in a traditional swing style. In the spring, I tried to do a swing style piece, a Latin piece, and something a little more poppy, rocky, funky. So you heard the swing tune, and now we're going to turn on our Latin vibe, and you're going to hear Dos Gatos Bailando, which translates to 2 cats dancing. Our 2 cats are going to be Eric Bloomquist on the alto saxophone. They're not going to dance, it's okay. And Michael Barnett on the trumpet. Now, at first, they have a written out solo, and after a couple rehearsals, Michael actually came to me and was like, Miss Gary, I kind of like the recorded solo better, the one on the website where you have us listen. And I was like, okay. He goes, is it okay if I figure it out? I was like, yeah, that's okay. That's called transcribing. So if you go and you listen to a piece of music and you try to write it out and then you try to copy that, it's called transcription. He's like, okay, great. Very next rehearsal, he comes in with this crazy lick all written out. And I was like, okay, let me go home and try to transcribe it and see if it's right. And sure enough, it was spot on. He's doing an excellent job. And then I challenged Eric with the same task. And he's like, sure, I'll give it a shot. He goes home. I forgot my alto, but I did it on GarageBand, and then I transposed it to my alto saxophone key. So those of you non-musicians, that's really crazy. So and very difficult. So you're going to hear 2 awesome solos tonight on Dos Gatos Bailando, and I'm also going to welcome to the stage my student teacher, Mr. Ron Zaccardi, who's been doing a fantastic job, and he's going to kick off this tune for you. Mr. Zaccardi, come on out. About one more round of applause for Eric and for Michael on those solos. And Mr. Zaccardi. Awesome job. Also on that tune, we have rotating piano players. On the first tune, you heard Teja Prasanna, who's coming back for the last tune, and Ben Lannis was on the second tune for Dos Gatos. Give them a round of applause. Good job, guys. And I believe on that last song, we also had Sophia Elliott on the drum set. And on top of that, we'll have our two bass players who are just killing it back there, doing a great job. We've got Michael Wetzel on the bass, and we have on the upright bass, and Maddie Whitewolf on the electric bass. Please give them a round of applause. Great job, guys. Helping out in the percussion section, both on auxiliary percussion and on vibes, we got Praneel Murthy and Nathan Zimmerman. So let's give them a round of applause, too. Our final song is a big one-hit wonder from the Ides of March called Vehicle, and we're going to feature our trombone soloist, Logan Henderson. Before we start this piece, I do want to send a little shout out to Mr. Kraus, Mr. Clicker, Mrs. Granite, and Mr. Leisure, who helped make all of this possible by starting all these kids on the instruments that they come to us after 2 years of great quality experience. So I just want to thank them personally. I also want to thank the sound and light crew back there, Mr. Tozier and Mr. Zebli. So thank you all for coming and supporting us in such a wonderful way. This is our final tune, Vehicle. Logan Henderson on trombone, Jacob Anzalone on drum set, Carson Middle School Jazz Ensemble. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. This is Jazz Ensemble One. And the tune you just heard was straight out of the Count Basie big band book entitled 456, arranged by their lead tenor player, Frank Foster, who, after Basie passed away, actually led the band for a few years. Now I believe it's under the direction of Grover Mitchell, a trombone player. I don't know why they would ever let that happen, but they did, nonetheless. And it featured Matt Reese on the trumpet. And our man Dino Danello on that tenor saxophone. And our version of the Count, Noah Fenton on piano. That was our actually our opener in both. Oh no, we didn't open with that in Virginia Beach because we had a warm up. But this band just played in Atlantic City 2 weeks ago. Was it 3 weeks ago? I don't remember. 2 weeks ago. Yeah, for the All Eastern Division conference. And basically what you do is, if you think you have a good band, you send in a bunch of audition materials, and it goes through the state level, and then from the state level it goes on up to the Eastern Division level, and they picked 2 jazz ensembles from 13 states, and we were one of them, so that was pretty cool. But in them, it was last year's band. Well, it was. No. I knew what I was going to have this year, so that's why we submitted a tape. Last year's band was phenomenal, as you can see, as you can hear, this band is as well. In Virginia Beach, I think you just heard why we also won the outstanding trumpet section in the jazz competition. I think you just heard that. And Matt Reese won the most outstanding jazz soloists of the competition as well. So, yeah, Virginia Beach was kind of nice because our first band finished first, our second band finished second, and our third band finished third, and then someone else's first band finished fourth. Not to be competitive. Okay, sorry. All right, we're going to continue. We're going to kind of slow it down a little bit. Not really a ballad because we wanted to keep things up for the middle school kids. Let's hear it again for the 3 middle school jazz ensembles, man. I remember seeing some of these creatures when they were that little. And yeah, now they're up here and they're leaving, some of them. And okay. We want to keep things upbeat, though, so we're going to play a Dizzy Gillespie. Well, it's not a Dizzy Gillespie tune, it's a Quincy Jones tune, but written for the Dizzy Gillespie Big Band. But also, Quincy Jones thought it would work really well with the Count Basie Orchestra, so there's a couple versions of that. The version we're going to play is the one done by Count Basie, very similar to the Dizzy Gillespie tune. Who are we going to feature on this? It's going to be, I forget, Matt Eisenreich, right, on trumpet. I know Jenna Riesacker on the flute. Who else? Who? Wait a minute, there's a Kyle in this band? Oh, I didn't even know that. I'm joking. Kyle Dewey on lead alto. And Jack, yeah, you have that little melody thing with Jenna. Yeah. Wonder why we have a flute player in the band? It's because I love this tune, and whenever we were selected to play at All East, the nice thing about Jessica's Day is you can't buy it. It was a gift to me from my college jazz band director, Tony Leonardi, and he got it right from Quincy Jones. So it's never been published. And I thought that would be really cool to be able to, play a chart that no one else has played but has heard. And I've had a number of people ask me, where did I get that chart from? And it's got a flute lead in it, like a lot of Quincy Jones tunes do. And it happens to be one of my favorite tunes. So we hope you enjoy Jessica's Day. Jessica's Day. Jenna Riesacker on the flute, Kyle Dewey, alto saxophone, Matt Eisenreich, trumpet, Jack Pasadella's trumpet. Jessica's Day. Okay. I should also say that when we were out, many of you probably haven't heard this story yet. When we were in Atlantic City, we were warming up, and I don't know if you, probably most of you know Rita Moreno, in West Side Story. Okay. Well, she was given a keynote speech before we played, not in the room that we played in. She was in some other ballroom in the convention center. And we were warming up, and I was so wrapped up in what I was doing, I didn't even realize she was there. But she came and listened to the whole performance. And then afterwards came up, talked to me personally, and then spent about, 15, 20 minutes maybe talking to the band. It was really cool. Yeah, we got lots of pictures, and she wants to come here. So maybe we'll have Rita Moreno here someday. And yeah, she was really impressed. I can't repeat to you some of the things she said. There's no filter on this woman. None. It was humorous, but it was really cool. She walked by and said she couldn't keep walking. She had to come in and listen. She stayed for the whole thing, which is really cool. And the reason I mention that now is one of the things that, being a singer, that she was really up on was our vocalist. Now, I'll be honest, and I was honest with our vocalist about this. I'm not a big fan unless you're Frank Sinatra, okay, or Harry Connick Jr., or someone like that. Sorry, I don't like Dean Martin. I mean, I like him, just not as a singer. Sorry, Dino. Okay, Dino thinks Dean Martin's better than Frank Sinatra. Really? Ew. Okay. But long story short, the wind ensemble's actually playing a piece that involves a singer. And one day in band, I said, "Who can sing?" And Jenna raised her hand. I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And then I said, "Can you sing this?" And she's like, "I don't know, it's kind of high. Let me see." And then the next day she brought it in and sang it. And in my ear, I was like, "Wait a minute, that's jazz." Like, I heard it. And I said, "Would you want to sing this? Let's give this a shot." And I'm like, "Yeah." Totally was just going to be for like Friday's concert coming up this Friday. I think you'll understand why we did it in Atlantic City too. The arrangement is fantastic, the band is fantastic, and the singer is fantastic. We really hope you enjoy Feeling Good.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this whole world is a new world and a whole world for me. Stars, when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pines, you know how I feel. Our freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I feel so good. I feel so good.
Told you. But let's give it up for also our bass trombone player on that chart, Liam Bieber on the lows, and Mary Grace Antonich on the Barry sax. Yeah, I told you, didn't I? Like, high school kids don't know how to do that. So I don't know where you learned how to do that, but And she's sick, too. Listen to that. If you like that, you can come back and hear it again on Friday. So, all right, well, we're going to close things with a tune that I first learned about when I was in college. It has nothing to do with the title, I don't think. But it's written by Gordon Goodwin. Now, Gordon Goodwin's gone through a number of phases in his career, and he currently has a big band called the Big Fat Band, spelled with a PH. It's got some of the best studio musicians in LA, Wayne Bergeron on trumpet. It's just a terrific band. This chart actually comes way back into the, I don't know, mid to late 80s. And I'm not sure what Gordon Goodwin was into back then. But the title is kind of funky. It's a great tune, though. And we do hope that you enjoy this Gordon Goodwin composition entitled Hot Monkey Love. Hot, Monkey Love. Cal Dewey, alto saxophone. Elliot Borowski, trombone. Jack Pasadelis on lead trumpet. Sawyer Smith, some pretty nifty drumming. Did I miss anybody? Everyone up, yeah. Jazz Ensemble One. Are you sure? They want to do one more. Do you want to hear one more? Okay. This is against my better judgment. We're going to play this on Friday. Mary Grace, you okay? Okay. Yeah, give me 1 sec. I'll be back. I didn't have my score. I didn't know we were going to do this. All right. You can move whatever, yeah. Do what you need to do, dear. All right, this is against my better judgment, so I hope we don't leave you, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay, are we square on the solos? Yeah, you should stand up, yeah. Liam, we good on the solos? Josh? You guys are good? Whatever we did in rehearsal on Tuesday, my brother. Okay, this is kind of an odd tune, but I think you'll like it. It's written by the great jazz bassist, bandleader Charlie Mingus. Charlie Mingus was a very interesting character. This tune is entitled Moanin'. And one of the things I should say about this band that makes me so proud is that everything you heard tonight, aside from Feeling Good, because that's an original composition or an arrangement written for a female vocalist and jazz ensemble, 4, 5, 6, Jessica's Day, and Hot Monkey Love were all right out of the big band books of those bands. There was nothing watered down. And not that Feeling Good was watered down, it wasn't. It was just arranged in that way for a female vocalist and big band. This is the same thing, written by Charlie Mingus. And it's going to feature a lot of people. You're going to have to help me out. I know Mary Grace Antonich on Barry sax for sure. Kyle, you going to play some? JT even plays some, right? Don't you? Yeah, don't you like when you, and Dino? Yeah. Dino play, Caitlin does. No, you don't play on this? No, but you will Friday. You'll hear Caitlin McDonough on Friday if you come. Elliot, right, you're playing on this? Josh, do you guys do anything? Liam does, right? I have trumpets, I don't even know who solos. You too? All right. This is entitled Moanin'. If you're a Bobby Timmons fan, it's not that Moanin' that was done by the Art Blakey, the Jazz Messengers. This was the Charlie Mingus arrangement of Moanin', and forgive us, we'll see what we can do here. We decided we don't want to. We're not going to. Whenever you're ready, shoot. Mary Grace Antonich, Barry Sachs. Yeah. Basically everybody else. Elliot, Borowski, trombone, Josh, Brandstetter, trombone. How about the two leads, trumpet players doing after all that concert, man? Good job. Liam Bieber, bass trombone. Who'd I miss? Anybody? Shane, just for being Shane, man. Good job, buddy. All right. Thank you so much for coming. Please drive safe. Come back Friday if you liked it.